Pacific Northwest, and the flock of Ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will have the first possession of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off play action. Feeling some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushers loose. Go get that QB.
Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try the counter. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picks up 10 there and gets a first down. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught.
The inside handoff. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to have. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
They're testing the right side here. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. The Ducks will keep this drive going.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push-ups.
Trying to beat the D deep. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Unloads to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
And sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season because it's one thing to have expectations and to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium, after games. We've got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get it done.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Give to the running back. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. And the Ducks will have it first and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Quickly complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Flips it out in the flat. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and...
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
Makes the grab on 3rd. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Splits the uprights, it's good. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
It is very tough when you're a secondary player to cover guys for long periods of time. Great job by the secondary, taking away all the options, even when the pass rush didn't get home.
Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for and made. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Hold it. Up and
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on second down.
Jackrabbit. Ringo.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll run this play from the pistol. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got it behind the line. It's Parker. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot. Maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Parker. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's...
Trying to get behind the defense. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse. Right there.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
He'll bring it back. It's Washington. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've had to punt the last couple of times they've had it, David, now trying to put something together.
Well, Reese, you know how much I love punters and kickers. Like, you don't want to see them very often. Those are not guys that we want to see on the field. We want to do something else and be a little bit more productive offensively.
I think, David, on this drive, the quarterback's just got to settle down. These last few drives, looks like he's seeing ghosts. We've seen him force the football. He's missed a couple throws. He needs to just take a deep breath and play within himself.
The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw.
Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Nice run there on first down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more because I don't think they like me very much. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quick strike complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punt.
He's got him this time.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll go to the ground. After 45 on his way. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. Moore will throw. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Offense lining up quickly. On second down, just keeps firing. The ball pops out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Snagged on the outside, it's Holmes. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in at the 25. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
This one's complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needs a few more chain links to move the sticks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Moore to the air. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender. So they'll decline the pass interference penalty, and the results of the play will stand. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open. It's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. They're trailing by 10 to Louisiana. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that
the move. It's Parker. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They go right back to him. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Washington sends out the punt team. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And there he goes. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Moore will throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Ducks are in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Coleman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
On second down, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Washington. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Boston. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the opening one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
At the 40, there he goes. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. They're getting this guy lathered up. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the ball.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that now.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. With the catch, it's Parker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And, you know, when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Good job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Looking to throw it again. Going for it all. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And now they've lost the... Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Ducks will call on their punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Takes a handoff. It's Parker. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on the offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough on the attack.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays.
Time to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes are all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Line gets set, first down.
Here we go.
He'll start this drive firing. Just a short pass to the tight end. And defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. The back goes in motion. Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal.
Green 25.
They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
On second down, he'll fire. Looking deep. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he makes the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Dead high.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He unleashes a long one. Makes the grab on the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He wants to throw. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Can the D deny them on second and goal? DB's right up on the receivers. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Trying to get to him. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. But listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass, using the quick game.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Got his man quickly. At the 20, he's got space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point, the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating their own players, and I don't hate the mindset. If there's time on the clock, keep trying to score.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful game. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And now on second down for this offense. Williams looking for a man. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. On third down, going up top. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On second down, he's looking downfield. They're trying to get to it. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes